All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Roland Garros day number 6. And plenty going on at the moment. Poprin's about to go 2 sets to love. Rune's already down a break against Ellis. Paul and Hashanov 1 set all. While we were away, Musetti won in 4. And on the women's side, we had Samsonova get the win. Sabalenka and Nisimova and Zhang have all won. They're all going to play each other in the 4th round. So, yeah, that's all of the news. Now, Swiatek taking on Cristian. Very interesting match. Swiatek hasn't been bothered this week. She just beat Raducanu pretty easily in the 2nd round. And shouldn't be bothered here, but her draw gets worse. The winner of this match will take on the winner of the next match, which is Penko taking on Raducanu. So the draw is about to get real tough for Iga Swiatek. No matter who she has to play in the next round, it's going to get real tough. So she would probably want to get through this match quickly. They still have never played. And quickly without bother, if possible. So let's see if that happens. One second, chat. Oh, pardon me. All right. Okay, so here we are. Also, Eala's playing doubles against Danilovic, who played earlier today. So we're going to wait and see when that comes on. And we'll watch that as well. Should hopefully be at a good time for people in the Philippines so that it won't be super late. But, yeah, plenty to cover, plenty to watch. Schedule should be coming out soon for tomorrow, so we know what is going on. Tomorrow's going to be a crazy day. 5 really good men's... or 5 men's matches worth watching for different reasons. Some are really good matches. Some are just got the good players playing. So, yeah. Let's see how it goes. Rune can win in 4. Yeah. Well, Rune's played... he played a 5-setter against Ellis at Wimbledon. So, the potential for that being a tough one is high. So yeah, today is WTA day. Yep, today is the WTA day, and we will watch ATP more tomorrow. By the way, chat, let's talk about before we get this match started. It's about to start. Interesting comments. Did anyone hear the comments by Maresmo about why women are not playing the night session? Did anyone hear that? By the way, chat, we talked about this a couple of days ago. Besides Ons Jabeur and Gauff, who was asked a question about it, who is upset by this? Like, who is not happy that the women are not playing at night? Is it the players themselves? Are they upset? Or is somebody getting upset for them? That's what I want to know. Because besides Ons, who was very much like, what the hell? You know, and fair enough. It doesn't sound like Sabalenka and Swiatek and everybody else is getting, like, really annoyed. But then maybe they are, and I just haven't seen it. It's not the question. No. It's not the question about, like, whether or not the players want to play. It's whether the French Open should make an effort. I know. But Maresmo, I'm paraphrasing, she said it's not a matter of whether or not the quality of the match is good for the audience, because the argument already has been from the start, has been, oh, well, the French Open think that women's tennis is not good enough. But Maresmo cleared that up and said, no, it's a matter of time. And I understand that a 3-set match for the men guaranteed is going to be longer than a 1-hour 2-set match. So I can see where she's coming from when it comes to, you want to make the people that are buying the tickets, give them the most tennis they can get. And you're going to get more tennis by putting the men on than women, right? Because they're going to play 3 sets minimum. Even if it's love, love, and love, it's 3 sets. I just think there's a bigger issue. They need to. I feel like the French Open next year are going to have night sessions with 2 matches now. Like, I think that's the solution. I don't think the solution is alternating, like, night session. I think they just have to put 2 matches at night and 1 men, 1 women's, and that's it. Like, have the night session be way more. Have 2 matches. I think that's the solution. If you're worried about, like, not getting enough tennis played, But, yeah. Also start the night session earlier because 8 o'clock is crazy. Don't fix what's not broken. But it seems to not be... Well, it came in... The night session was 3 years old, right? They never did night sessions. And now it's 3 years old. It's never going to be perfect first thing, right? It's always there's going to be a period of time when they've got to fix it. And there's obviously, it's not perfect. And people are finding problems with it. So I feel like now they can still change it. They can still fix it. Because it is broken to a point. And it's broken for some people. Some people, there's people that think it is broken. So it's a good time to fix it before it becomes 10 years down the track when it's become this solid thing where they can't move it now. But if they can still evolve it into something else if they need to. It would be insane to change that because people think that's how it should be. It's a business. Some people, what do you mean? Start early, put 2 matches on. Yeah, that's the solution, right? And I tell you what you do, because I know the problem will be, well, what about during the day? You have to put, during the day, you put 2 women's matches and a men's match, and then you start 7 o'clock, women's match, men's match. So center court get 3 women's matches and 2 men's matches, again, because of the time. And, that's it. Why don't the women play 5 sets? That wouldn't make, that would make it worse for scheduling. They'd have 1 match on during the day and 1 at night. It'd be the schedule would be a shit show if everyone played 5. We talked about that before. Got to ask the players, the attendees. That's who actually matters. Yeah. Yeah. That would make it worse. Yeah, making best of 5 sets for ladies would make it worse. It'd make it way harder to figure out. But yeah, it was interesting. I get where Maresmo's coming from because I think that it's not. It doesn't look good, right? But also her explanation makes sense. It's not about the quality of WTA is worse because that's not the case. We've watched plenty of WTA this year that's been way better than ATP and vice versa, right? It just depends on the matches. It's not about the quality of tennis is worse. And she said that. She just said that, and we've known this too. Sabalenka can finish a match in less than an hour. Now, if you're paying $150 and you only get an hour's worth of tennis, compared to maybe Djokovic, who played 3 hours for a straight sets match, I can understand where she's coming from with that. It's not helping in promoting the WTA. Exactly. So they've got to figure out a way that they can guarantee somewhat, because tennis is no guarantees that you even get a match. What happens when there's a retirement halfway through a first set? Then you get 20 minutes play and everybody gets pissed off, right? So no way tickets are $150. Well, whatever they are. Well, more. Yeah, more than that. Even crazier, right? You pay $300 for an hour, of tennis. But yeah, I think there is there's an issue. There's been an issue raised. I don't know who raised it, but it's becoming a conversation. But again, solution is put a women's match on Susan Longland, and then put a men's match on Chatrier, and then alternate night sessions. Have 2 night sessions, 1 on each court. If you can't put them both on, if you can't put 2 matches on night session on one court, put 1 match on one court, 1 on the other. 2 night sessions over 2 courts, and then alternate. try that. You know, there is solutions. You know, if they want to try it. You know. Why did Swiatek lose to Eala? Because Eala was playing amazing that week, beating everybody. What do you think about Mirra versus Sabalenka or Zhang? I don't know what you mean. Why they're not playing? None of them are playing. Solution should just be WTA plays best of 5. They can handle it. Oh no, it's not that they can't handle it. We know they can. We knew they could. The problem with WTA having 5 setters is that how the hell are we going to get all those matches completed in 2 weeks? How is that going to happen? It's like whenever somebody brings that up, it's never like, you know, obviously there are a group of people that go, oh, well, they can't handle it. I know you're not saying that. But we just can't have, how do we have a 2-week Grand Slam with best of 5 set matches for everybody? Like, that's insane. We can barely get through this tournament with men's matches being 5 sets. Again, the solution for that is best of 3 until the 4th round, and then 4th round onwards, best of 5. That's the solution for that. I don't know if we're there yet. But let's not get to that point. Let's just, I mean, again, yeah. It was interesting to hear her comments because you go, well, yeah, it makes sense why. Like, but again, I don't know who was talking to her and who was questioning her. But they were not getting off the fact that it was a man versus woman thing. And I was like, it's not about, like, Moresbo is saying it's a time thing. It's not about, it's a length of time. It's not about men's quality over women's quality or anything like that. You know, and this person who, I don't know who they were kept on asking the question, well, I have 3 daughters and I would want them to have it. Okay, but they won't listen to what she was saying. And I was like, she's explaining it in a way, you know, and it might not be the right solution, right? I think that the women should play on night sessions, but I don't know how they figure that out. Maybe they just go one and what they go, you know what? We're going to bite the bullet. Who cares? Day 1, it's a man's match. Day 2, it's a women's match. Day 3, it's a man's match. Day 4, it's a women's match. Just alternate it and say that is what it's going to be. If it's an hour match on a women's match, you take the risk and you buy the ticket. If it's a 5-set men's match on one night, you take that risk and you buy the ticket, which you always take a risk when you're buying tickets for tennis because it's never guaranteed that you're ever going to get to see the player you want to see. You buy a ticket 3 months ago, you don't know if Djokovic is going to play on the same day as you want. You know, you don't know that. I think that's what they're going to do, right? Maybe that's what they have to do. I think they're just going to go like, you know, this is what we're going to have men's match on one day and alternate with the women every other day. You know, that's all that seems like the only solution. Or they do what I've suggested. All right, chat, who's winning this one? I'm going to go Swiatek and straights. We'll see if they do anything. We'll see if a women's match goes on centre court this year. Because I tell you what, Anisimova over Sabalenka, that's pretty worthy of a centre court night session. Especially with head-to-head and everything. I think that one could be a night session. I think tomorrow night session is going to be a men's match because there's too many good men's matches tomorrow. But I think Anisimova versus Sabalenka will be the women's match on... that'll be Philly Shat on night session. If they're going to pick one, it's going to be that one. Cam is the voice. I'm just yapping. All right, 15 love. Swiatek serving first. You on the first point. All right, return. Goes in the front of Swiatek. Down the line's a winner, and it's 30 love. Equally, rights are very important. Women must play 3 sets like men. What are you talking about? Men play 5 sets. It's only the media that thinks it's a problem. Most players don't care. Yeah, I mean, Ons definitely cares, and respect her for sure. She definitely cares. Because she understands like the promotional side that you don't put women's matches on center court in prime time. It's not going to help the sport. You know, it's not going to help the WTA get promotion, you know. Backhand rally. Sabalenka. Cristian hits it back into Swiatek. As with a slice now for Cristian. Goes in the forehand of Swiatek. Cristian backhand. In the net, 40 love. Ons is passionate. Yeah. Ons will become like... I could see Ons Jabeur becoming the WTA president. Like she could... I reckon Ons for president. Let's go. WTA president, Ons Jabeur. She could definitely run the WTA. I reckon she'd run it pretty damn well too. 40 love. Swiatek serves. A fault second serve. The WTA CEO is stepping down, so maybe she can step up whenever she retires. Maybe she could be the CEO. I feel like she'd definitely help the WTA. As that goes out by Swiatek, it's 40-15. She'd make a change, I think. She'd make a difference. Women should get equal pay as men if you want to play the best of 5 like men. Yeah, see 40-15. See, we're not talking. That's not what we're talking about. But like that goes out by Cristian 1 love. That's a different conversation for a different day. Today we're talking about night session matches. We're not talking about equal pay, blah blah blah. Like that's not on the table, right? So come back another day. We're not talking about that today. That's a whole nother thing, all right? We're talking about Moresmo's comment about why the night sessions are mostly men's matches. I'm surprised by the half-empty stadium, but you probably discussed that. What, this one or? But we've discussed that half-empty stadiums don't matter. It's just it just looks bad on TV. But we talked about this earlier in the week. It doesn't matter if there's no one sitting in the chair. Somebody's paid for the seat. Like this has been sold out today, right? So it doesn't matter if that person decides to sit there all day or watch one match and leave or whatever. It doesn't matter if it's half empty because the seats are sold, so they make the money anyway. It just doesn't look good for TV because it's like, oh, there's a lot of people missing, but the seat's been sold, right? I mean, you don't pay per match, right? You pay per session. So, all right, Cristian backhand into the forehand of Swiatek, into the backhand of Cristian, and Swiatek gets a point. No, that's all right. Somebody else was talking about, yeah. This kind of snowballs. We talk about one thing when it comes to like men and women's tennis, and then it always comes to like somebody goes equal pay, and then yeah. And it wasn't you; it was somebody else who said it. But we're not talking about that. That's not part of the conversation. We're getting sidetracked. That's another conversation for another day. And I don't want to have that conversation today. We've already talked about that 100 million times in the last 7 years of the channel. And the best solutions for that stuff and whatever. I love 15. Double fault Cristian, love 30. But yeah, I thought it was interesting. And it will be interesting to see whether or not they do put a women's match on center court. I guess another problem as well we got to remember is that there's not really any big French players on the women's side doing well right now. So it's hard to go to even base it around a French player on the WTA because I'm trying to think who's the best French player on the WTA right now. I can't think. You got Fils on the men's side. You got Monfils who's always going to entertain. I don't know if they have a big WTA player that they could even just go, we're going to put the night session on because of this player. They had Garcia for a bit, but I don't know if they have a women's player that could, like the face of French tennis on the women's side, that they could put her on like they do in Australia and in America and even in the UK. Like the Australian Open will have Australian women on Rod Laver, right? Because the Aussies are going to support the Aussies. They don't really have that, on the WTA France. The stocks are low. So it's hard to even do that. Whereas Garcia, if she was, up the top again and doing well, you could put her on the night session every other night, and maybe and people would be there, right, to support her. But French tennis on the women's side has kind of disappeared. All right, Swiatek breaks 2-love. So there's no it's. I'm looking for who's the highest ranked French woman. Is there even a French woman in the top 50? I don't think there is. Hang on. Then there's only one top. Is there one player in the top 100 from France? That can't be right. I'm just blind. Come on. Is there only one player from France in the top 100 on the WTA? Is Parry the only top 100 player? Garcia retired. She's out. Parry's 100 in the world. She is the only, and Gracheva was until this week. Gracheva as well, but she dropped out. France do not have any female players to build around. That's rough. That sucks. So it makes it even harder to try and get a night session with around a French player, because then there is none. 15-love. As a return from Cristian goes into the net. 30-love. Why don't they just have the night session starting at 7 p.m. like everywhere else? Put a women's match on, then a men's match. Not that hard. Exactly, Jess. That is the solution. They can't do it this year because it's already started. The tournament started. But I think so. I think that's a solution. All right. 30-love. Swiatek serves a fault. Second serve. 30-love. Swiatek serves again. Into the backhand of Cristian. Forehand Swiatek into the slice of Cristian. Swiatek backhand. Winner. 40-love. Yeah, if this match was on set, I mean, that's the thing, right? That's what Mauresmo was talking about. She's not saying names, but she was probably referring to Swiatek and Sabalenka, who win matches very quickly, and putting them on a night match. The crowd would probably not feel. They would feel a little hard done by, because these ladies play very fast. They finish matches in less than an hour, So I think that's what she was referring to when she and that's it. Look, that seems like a legitimate reason. You can understand that from a business point of view, because the tournament is a business, right? Osaka's the net from Swiatek, 40-15. Because, Chow, we watch so much WTA. We're like, maybe, I mean, I don't know if it's more than ATP, but we watch a lot more WTA, especially with Sinner gone. We were watching way more women's tennis. It was carrying the sport for 3 months while Sinner was gone. And we know that the quality of the WTA and the excitement throughout the WTA with some of the, like, we've had some crazy matches. So I don't think anyone's arguing that it's a worse product, because we've watched enough WTA to be like, nah, it's been fire. There's bad men's. I mean, chat. Remember Djokovic match yesterday? Imagine that's good for the sport. I mean, that match was horrible. As a return goes the backhand of Swiatek. Forehand now from Cristian into the forehand of Swiatek as Cristian backhand. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Cristian backhand again. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Again to the backhand of Cristian as Swiatek backhand. Into the backhand of Cristian. The forehand of Swiatek, who hits a winner. 3-love. That match stunk. Yeah, it was bad. Men's matches are longer and have more commercial breaks, so they more money for prime time. Yeah, well, that's another good point. Exactly. The longer the match, the more television coverage, which means the more more ads you can put on TV. Is that? Yeah, exactly. So again, it's all like that is what Mauresmo was saying. That's what she was explaining. Longer matches are better for everybody. It's better for the tournament, better for the people watching. It's not great for the players, but yeah, again, I really do hope they put Sabalenka and Anisimova on center court, though. If I mean, if we want to go retrospect for a second, and hindsight's easy, right? If we're basing it on who's had, what's a good a good long match, right? Sabalenka's played easy matches all week, so having her on night session wouldn't fit that, let's say you have to play minimum 2 hours, right? She's played less than 2 hours every day. None of her matches fit the time, right? Fit the time constraints or whatever. Let's say, the Roland Garros want a 2-hour women's match minimum to make the crowd happy. Sabalenka's matches have all been too quick. Swiatek's matches have all been too quick. Gauff's matches so far have been too quick, right? So the top players have all had quick matches. Paolini, though, I feel like Paolini, if she plays Svitolina, that could be a night match. I feel like Paolini could play a 3-set match, and she's really fun to watch anyway. Zhang's played easy matches, so you can't put her on center court retrospectively. Andreeva's played easy matches, retrospectively doesn't make sense. I'm surprised Osaka Badosa didn't get a night session. That could have been that was a missed opportunity because we knew that was going to be close. They could have put that on night session. So that's a miss. I feel like Vondi Pegula could be a night session. That could be 3 hours. That's potentially a tough match. So if we're going to look forward to tomorrow, Vondi versus Pegula could be a night session. If you want to, if they want to try and get a night session. Other than that, I mean, we've had upsets, so there's not really been. Keys has won easily. Pegula's won easily so far. Navarro lost easily in the first round, so that, again, all the top 10 players besides that Badosa match, or the 2 Badosa matches, have been pretty easy. Andreeva, Swiatek, they've all breezed. So it's hard to say that to justify that any of those matches would have fit the time the time limits that, or the time, whatever you want to call them, time constraint, or the time limit of over 2 hours. None of them went over 2 hours. So you would have had to put a French player on against somebody, who nobody really watches, maybe. I don't know. But there are matches coming up that the women could definitely be on center court. Like I said, tomorrow you could put Pegula Vondi. That could definitely be a night session and could go for a long time, which is what the tournament seemed to want, right? Long matches. So that could be a long match. Winner of that plays a French woman. So you're going to guarantee there's a 4th round French lady that could be a night session. Giacomo Boysen, winner plays Pegula Vondi at night, is definitely going to probably be a thing, right? And then, like I said, Sabalenka versus Anisimova night session on, or even Samson over Zhang. I mean, Zhang plays long matches. You could put her on and she could play a marathon. Paolini versus Svitolina also could be a thing. Or the winner of this match being Swiatek maybe versus Ostapenko. I mean, there's a lot of matches over the next couple of days that you could definitely put a women's match on center court at night because the top half of the draw is crazy. 3-1, Cristian on the board. I don't think a WTA match gets center court tomorrow, though, because there's just too many good men's matches. And, history would say they're going to go for those, right? Okay. Night session, Novak tomorrow. They picked the... Wait, are you serious? Hang on, did that just happen? Hang on, wait. Wait. Why did they put the worst matchup on the most important... Why did they do that? What did they do? Why is... Oh my God, Sinner's playing on court too. What have they done? Vondi and Pegula played first. That's the opposite of last. Why would you do... What have you done? Oh no. The schedule's a mess. Oh, they put Feast Rublev on the same time as Draper Fonseca. What the hell? Oh my God, these matches, this schedule is the worst. What has happened? Oh my God, what have they done? Oh no, this is the worst schedule. This is the worst schedule to this week. What is this? What have they done? They put Sinner and Zverev on at the same time. Lucky we're only watching the. We're going to be watch. Well, we can watch a little bit of WTA, but ATP. We're going to just have to do double headers all day. They put the worst men's match on at the night session. I'm sorry, Djokovic fans. I'm not saying he's the worst, by the way. So don't get it twisted, and don't cry. I'm not saying Djokovic is the worst. I'm saying his matchup is the worst. He's playing a friggin' qualifier. Why would you put Djokovic versus a qualifier on center court when you've got Fonseca Draper, potential epic. Sinner Lehechka, potential 5-set as well. Feast Rublev. Why is that not night session unless Feast said no? Zverev Kaboli. That's a 5-setter. The only match that has a big guy in it with that's probably going to be boring as hell in one side is Djokovic's match. And they put that on the one that's the match they're going to showcase? Unless everybody else said no, I don't want to play night session. But what is that? What is that schedule? That schedule is terrible. It's good for you, sleep. No, I'm going to watch Djokovic because we have to watch every match. By the way, again, I'm not disrespecting Djokovic. I'm not saying... You're hearing what you want to hear. Because you've heard it for 20 years and people have shit on Djokovic forever. I get it. It's an automatic response. You do. I know it's a defensive response. As soon as I say something and then Djokovic, you put the two words together and say, you're saying bad things. I'm not saying bad things about Djokovic. I'm saying his match sucks. His matchup sucks. And it's not night session worthy. He's worthy, but there's matches that should be on night session that he could be, center court in the daytime, whatever. That is not a night session match. What have they done? 30-15. The UCL final tomorrow. Oh, is that, I don't know if that plays a part. Maybe a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. Did they think about other sports when they do this stuff? I feel like they don't even think about fans when they do this stuff. So I don't think they're thinking about outside that far outside the box. All right, 30-all. We get you, don't worry. Thank you. Reasonable chatter. Appreciate it. 30-all. Serving to the backhand of Cristian. Return goes in the corner to Swiatek. She puts it away. 40-30. Paris are in the final. Okay, so maybe they put... Okay, Hadar, you might be onto something. All right, so let's say the French Open did think about the Champions League. Maybe they put the worst matchup on the night session and kind of as a throwaway because they're like, look, nobody's going to be watching tennis tomorrow night anyway. Maybe that's what they did. And they want to put all the matches during the day that are really good because they know people will give a shit. Whereas if they put like Fonseca Draper at night, it might not get as much coverage. Let's say that's why they did it. Let's say that's why they did it. I'm sure that's why they did it, right? That's what they did. You put Djokovic versus a quali over every other epic match because nobody's watching tennis tomorrow night anyway. Everybody's watching PSG. Nobody cares about tennis tomorrow night, so just put a match on that nobody will. No, a match that they know is going to be an easy win for Djokovic, probably, maybe. Yeah, if they didn't think, let's say they, again, we're giving them a lot of credit. Maybe they look. Maybe they don't want. Maybe the tournament directors are like, you know what? Put Djokovic on because I'm going to go to the soccer. Yeah. I don't want to have to keep an eye on Draper Fonseca, which could be an epic match for the tournament. Just put Djokovic on because I'm going to watch PSG. Maybe that's what they're doing. I'm not even going to be there. So, yeah, let's put Djokovic on. He'll win. No, who cares? I won't even be here. That's what they've done. All the staff at Roland Garros will be at the soccer, so it's fine. They'll watch a great day of tennis and then they'll leave and watch the football. But, man, I'm just bummed out that, like, the matches I want to watch, the 4 matches that I really wanted to watch are all at the same, pretty much all at the same time. If you're a Zverev fan, I'm sorry, we're not watching Zverev. Because we're not watching Zverev, sorry. Draper Fonseca is too important, and Sinner is number 1. All right, serve. It's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the Fornish Swiatek. She's up 4-1 already. And to the backhand now from Cristian. The Fornish Swiatek. Cristian backhand cross. Swiatek gets on the stretch. Cristian forehand winner. And it's 15-love. Sinner Lehechka is better. Yeah. I feel like Zverev Kaboli is just going to be painful anyway. It could be an upset and it could be a 5-set epic and all those things, but because Kaboli's had a really good year, but if there's 3 matches on at the same time and we have to pick 2, that's the match I drop. But it also could be 2-2 and 2 Zverev, which would not be good because that would mean that it would be a flop. Zverev match is 5-set, 6 hours long. Yeah, possibly. 30-love. Yeah, we got to watch Fonseca and Draper. That's more important. At least they're getting a show court, so that's good. They're getting a stadium. As the return goes, the forehand of Cristian. Swiatek goes out. 40-love. WTA tomorrow? Probably not. Only because, like I said today's WTA day. Tomorrow is ATP. Like every second day is we alternate because half of the draw is so good and half of the draw is so bad on both sides. So today, there's a couple of good women. There's a couple of good men's matches, but nothing besides. I mean, we watch Alcaraz, but like the men's matches today are not as like insane as, or the players are as insane as the women. The ladies, we have to watch all the women today. Tomorrow, though, it's all about the men, and the women's matches are a little less crucial. We might watch Keys Cannon. I mean, look, there are matches. I'm not saying there's no good matches, just like today, right? Paul Hashanov is a great match. We're not watching it because Swiatek is priority, and Rybakina-Penko is priority, right? But there are matches. But after we get through the 3rd round, 4th round becomes really, really easy. And then we watch everything with the quarterfinals onwards anyway. So we cover it. We cover everything anyway after the next day. Backhand rally. Swiatek goes down the line. The forehand of Cristian. Swiatek backhand cross. Cristian backhand into the forehand of Swiatek. To the slice of Cristian. And Swiatek forehand winner. 40-30. I feel like Badosa Dasher will break your heart. Yeah, I'm not going to watch that. We're not watching that. I already made a decision on that. We're not watching that match. By the way, doubles is about to start. So we're going to get that. We're going to kick that off as well. Cristian 40-30. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. Serving to the back and Swiatek forehand. Nope. That goes out by Swiatek and it's 4-2. 4-2. Explain to us why you're a big Dasher fan. She's Australian. What's not to love? She's an Aussie. Easy. It explains itself. All right. Swiatek with the break, 4-2. And we got Eala and Zarazua playing their second round doubles match against Danilovic and Potapova. So a lot of singles players playing this matchup, which will be fun. A lot of recognizable names. And after this match, we've got Penko and Rybakina. All right, welcome everybody. We've got doubles again. Eala, Zarazua teaming up. They had a good win in the first round. We've also got Swiatek taking on Cristian in the WTA. As we're back and return from Cristian to the forehand of Swiatek. Forehand from Cristian to the forehand of Swiatek as Cristian slice in the net. 15-love. How come Dasher is Australian? Do I have to explain that? I mean, I feel like it's being explained. I feel like that we've explained that over time. I don't think it needs to be explained, does it? Do we need to explain it? All right. 15-love? Didn't know. Oh, no, that's right. As we return now from Cristian goes wide. 30-love. 2 matches for the price of 1. That's it. What is happening with Paul and Khachanov? Tiebreak, 6-all. Third set, 6-all in the tiebreak. All right, 30-love. As a return from Cristian goes the backhand of Swiatek. Cristian backhand in the net. 40-love. Where's your dog? There. She's sleeping. Shh. All right, 40-love. As we got a forehand on the stretch from Swiatek, and it's in the net from Cristian. All right. Five-two. 5-2 Swiatek. Paul Khachanov, very quality match. Yeah, it looks crazy. 7-all in that tie break. Damn. By the way, Andreeva Schneider, double bagel in the doubles. What? Loving the doubles. What the hell? That's insane. Okay. 5-2. Swiatek dominating at the moment. Five to 2. Andreeva Schneider are the best. Oh yeah, they're a crazy doubles team. They are a crazy doubles team. All right. Cristian serving to stay in the set. As the backhand goes into the forehand of Cristian on the stretch, so that goes out. Love 15. Love 15. Oh, Paul wins the set at the third set. 9-7 in the breaker. What? First serve is a fault. Second serve. There's a bit of forehand now from Cristian in the forehand of Swiatek. Cristian down the line. Swiatek backhand again to the forehand of Cristian. And the forehand of Swiatek as Cristian gets a point. Swiatek in the net. And it's 15 all. All right, first serve is a fault. Second serve. And sort of backhand into the backhand of Swiatek. Backhand now from Cristian to the forehand of Swiatek and to the forehand of Cristian who hits it wide. And it's 15-30. Chance for Swiatek to take the set. Ooh, 15-30. Good serve. 30-all. I'm going to fault. Second serve. There's a double fault. Swiatek. Set point, 30-40. Take the first set. As Cristian says, another fault. Second serve. Into the backhand of Swiatek. Cristian backhand into the forehand of Swiatek. To the forehand of Cristian. As Swiatek gets the point and the set. 6-2. All right. All right, 6-2. Swiatek takes the set. Danny, thank you for the 5. Appreciate that.
Which upset is more likely, Ostapenko or Svitolina? Any men's upset on cards, which we may be overlooking? Thanks, Cam.
Thank you for the 5. Sam, I think Svitolina wins. I think Penko could lose, yeah. 7 winners and 6 errors from Swiatek. Cristian, a lot more errors than winners, as you'd expect. I'd say Penko's definitely... Penko Raducanu is more of an upset in that one than there would be with Svitolina. I think Svitolina's playing really well. All right. Okay. Runa breaks. Nice. Runa gets the break. All right. All right. Swiatek first set. This doubles match is going to start. I'm not just saying that. It will start soon. All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. Second serve. Swiatek, 15 love. Love. Swiatek serves again. Into the backhand of Cristian. Backhand of Swiatek. To the backhand of Cristian. As Swiatek gets the point. 30 love. Bit of fault, second serve. All right, that goes out by Swiatek, and it's 30-15. As we had a fault, second serve. Second serve. As the doubles just started. 30-15, by the way, Swiatek. She goes to 40-15. And the doubles also just beginning with Zarazua to serve. And Danilovic Potapova win the first 2 points. And it's love 30. Swiatek holds. And love 40. Chance for A break already. For Danilovic Potapova. And they break. All right, Potapova Danilovic. By the way, wearing matching outfits. They definitely coordinated that. Okay. They look like a doubles team. Literally wearing the same thing. We love that. All right. All right, first game is a break on the doubles, but also first game is a hold by Swiatek. All right. Swiatek wins a point, love 15. Love 15. As we're serving there from Cristian. I love 30. As Cristian wins a point, 15-30. And the return goes out by Swiatek, 30-all. All right. Potapova, Danilovic hold again. All right. Danilovic, Potapova 2 love, but Cristian survives. She is, I guess, the deuce. Raducanu is not a walkover for Ostapenko. She's in good form, yeah. All right. Serving to the backhand of Swiatek. 4 now from Cristian to the forehand of Swiatek. As Cristian into the backhand of Swiatek. Again, the forehand of Cristian. Swiatek hits it long, and it's advantage Cristian. Advantage Cristian. As Cristian holds. All right, Cristian holds. And it's 1-1 in the second. As we had a fault from Eala. She's serving 15-30. She's down. They're down a break already. We're serving the forehand of Potapova. Forehand now from Eala to the backhand of Potapova. Eala forehand down the line. Potapova on the stretch puts up a lob, but it's wide. 30-all. 30-all. All as Eala serves in the form of Danilovic. Eala to the backhand of Danilovic. Volley from Zarazua. Too good. 40-30. 40-30. All right, 40-30 as Swiatek losing the first point, love 15. As they get to deuce. Oh, Cristian with a lovely inside out forehand winner. Love 30. Chance for Cristian to get the break in the second. Love 30. All right. 15-30. Sam.
Any men's upset on cards today?
Not really. I don't think it, I mean, chat, not off the top of my head. Eala and Zarazua hold, by the way. And they are 2-1 down. Big trades.
Saw your dry erase tennis board. I had to get one.
No worries. I'm glad you can find one. All right. And to 4 now from Swiatek. That's a winner. 30-all. Nice winner from Swiatek. By the way, Poppy is up a set, 2 sets of love and about to get the break. Rune is trying not to lose the third. All right, 30-all. Make that 30-40. Break point for Cristian to take the break. $30-40. As we just serve from Swiatek. Yeah, Rune is in serious trouble. As a point now from Cristian to the forehand of Swiatek. Cristian forehand down the line. Swiatek backhand cross. Cristian again to the back of Swiatek as Cristian hits it long. We'll get to deuce. All right, we get to deuce. As we serve in the forehand of Cristian. Backhand of Swiatek to the backhand of Cristian. And Swiatek hits it wide. And Cristian gets another break point. Advantage Cristian. Advantage Cristian. By the way, 15:30, a chance for Eala and Zarazua to break back. But Zarazua hits into the net. 30-all. Swiatek trying to hold. First serve's a fault though. Second serve. Has Iga ever been beaten in Roland Garros? Yeah. I think she lost to Halep and she lost to Zachary. She's second serve. Serving to the backhand of Cristian. Swiatek forehand to the forehand of Cristian. Into the forehand of Swiatek, but no, Cristian did it long. We get back to deuce. All right, back to deuce. As Eala hits it straight to Danilovic at the net, and then the forehand goes wide by Eala. Advantage Potapova Danilovic. Skip this match, do Raducanu. Raducanu's playing after Swiatek. Relax. What do you mean? You're treating me like it's my first time ever doing a stream. What are you doing? You know I got this sorted. Come on. I know the schedule. Anyways, Cristian down the line, the back of Swiatek. Back in our Cristian. Into the back forehand of Swiatek. Again, the forehand of Cristian who hits it wide. Advantage Swiatek. Save energy. Come on now. Advantage Swiatek. All right. Potapova and Danilovic, 3-1. And Swiatek forehand to the forehand of Cristian. Back into Swiatek on the stretch. Cristian forehand inside out. Swiatek's got it. To the backhand of Cristian who overhits it. And it's 2-1. Swiatek holds after a tough game. 2-1. Love 15, by the way. Danilovic, Potapova. All right, Danilovic, Potapova. They've already got the break, 3-1. As Potapova hits out on the return. And it's 15-all. All right, 15:30. All right. There's a forehand now from Danilovic, the backhand of... Potapova to the backhand of Eala. Volley from Potapova. Eala gets up with a slice, but it's in the net. And it's 15:40. 1540. All right. 1540 for the double break. That goes wide by Zarazua. And it's the team wearing the same outfit. They are leading. They are leading. With a double break. 4-1. All right. One. I tell you what, Danilovic and Potapova, if you can see an image of them, they kind of remind me of like a boss battle. Like they're wearing the same outfits. They're sort of got like, I could just imagine them being like one of the bosses of like a Pokemon game or something. They're wearing the same outfit. They're just. You got to beat the twins. You got to take on the twins, Potapova, Danilovic, if you want to get through to the next round. You got to take on the twins. And they're both sort of tall. They're sort of slim. They just got to look to them like they look like a team. They look like a team. They got the same shoes on. They're wearing the same hat. They look intimidating. I've got to be honest. They're an intimidating team. They've definitely got. They feel like they're. Pokemon games don't have bosses, bro. They have. Yes, they do. They have gym leaders. That's a boss battle. It's the same thing. What do you think gym leaders are, brother? All right. 30-all, by the way. Cristian trying to hang on. As a point on the stretch from Swiatek. But it's out. And it's 40-30. All right. 40-30. Swiatek. A bit more of a fight in this second set. All right, Cristian holds. And it's back to Swiatek, 2-2. It's 40-15, by the way. Or 40-30, sorry, for Danilovic Potapova. They're trying to go to 5-1. As we're going to fault second serve. Second serve, Danilovic to the forehand of Zarazua. As Danilovic puts up a lob. Eala with the smash. Danilovic, no. Oh, 5-1. Was it? What happened? It was out by this much. All right. Zarazua hit it long. Umpire's checking, double checking, and it's 5-1. Danilovic and Potapova. All right. They have the lead, commanding lead. All right. Cristian, by the way, is getting a lot of support from the crowd because they want to see a match. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30. Can Cristian get the break? And make this set interesting. Love 30. Do you think it's too late for Eala to completely change her serve? No. Look at Sabalenka. Her serve was terrible until it wasn't. It's never too late. Players change stuff all the time. It's definitely not too late. All right, Swiatek love 30. As it'll find now from Swiatek down the line, the backhand of Cristian, but she can't get it back. And it's 15-30. Swiatek also is still trying to hold. As the return goes into the forehand, Swiatek, ball now from Cristian. Into the forehand, Swiatek, who hits it out. All right, 15-40. Shelton's match got cancelled again? There's no way Shelton's into the fourth round by playing one match. That's not true. That can't be right. You're kidding, right? You're talking about the other match, right? You're talking about the other match. Right? You're kidding, right? It's not cancelled. That's what my chat is saying. Well, your chat is wrong. Who's your chat? Your chat is speaking falsehoods. I've seen nothing on my gambling app. Well, that sounds reliable. Anyways, set points for Danilovic and Potapova. 15-40. As Potapova backhand to the backhand of the Eala, backhand from Danilovic and Potapova in the net with a volley. And it's 30-40. Yeah, Shelton's in the final. Put Shelton in the final. All right. Still break point for Cristian. She slices down the line. The forehand Swiatek. Cristian forehand slice. Swiatek backhand. Into the backhand of Cristian. Into the forehand Swiatek. Cristian forehand on the stretch. Swiatek again to the forehand of Cristian. Swiatek slice is short. Cristian backhand cross. Passing shot Swiatek. Cristian volley. And Swiatek puts it away. Man, Cristian was in that point slightly. Okay. Deuce. Also deuce of the doubles. As Potapova puts away the easy volley. Advantage Danilovic, Potapova. Advantage Danilovic, Potapova. Yeah, Cristian's had a lot of chances the last couple of games on Swiatek's serve. She's done well, but just doesn't have anything to show for it. All right, nice hitting there from Potapova Danilovic. They take the set. And it is 6-1 first set. All right. All right. Swiatek with the advantage, trying to hold, stay in front. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Cristian. Back into Swiatek. Is out. And Swiatek yells at herself after that. Man, Swiatek not happy. Alright, we get to deuce. Long game as well, 6.5 minutes. Swiatek serves again. As the return goes into the forehand of Swiatek, she hits a wide. Advantage. Advantage. Cristian. To take the break. As the return goes into the forehand of Swiatek, forehand from Cristian. Again, the forehand of Swiatek to the backhand of Cristian. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Cristian backhand into the forehand again of Swiatek. Cristian on the stretch with a slice. Swiatek in control. As Cristian gets a slice back again. Swiatek forehand down the line. That's a great shot. Cristian gets there with a slice. But it's out. Nice work from Swiatek. Deuce. All right, deuce. All right, we get to deuce. Swiatek serves again. As Cristian returns the forehand to Swiatek, but Swiatek hits it out. Advantage Cristian. Advantage Cristian. To take the break in the second. As the return goes back to Swiatek, Cristian on the stretch puts up a lob. As another lob by Cristian, but it goes long as Swiatek is back to deuce. We get the deuce. All right. Swiatek serves again. And Swiatek gets to advantage. All right, advantage Swiatek. And Swiatek finally holds. And a big shout from her. All right. 3-2. Swiatek stays in front. All right, Potapova, Danilovic win the first game of the second. All right. Cool. All right, one love, Danilovic, Potapova. As Danilovic hits it wide. All right, 3-2 for Swiatek. She's battling out here in the second set, though. All right, 3-2 Cristian to serve. I don't think Runa Musetti's going to happen. No, we need that match. All right. Also, Hashanov trying to make it to a fifth against Paul. One of the more predictable scorelines. All right. 15-all here is Eala to the backhand of Danilovic. Forehand from Eala. As Danilovic backhand again to the front of Eala, into the backhand of Danilovic. Eala with the forehand again to the backhand of Danilovic. Into the backhand of Eala. And the volley from Potapova is good, but Zarazua gets it back. And then Eala backhand. Again to the forehand of Danilovic. Eala backhand again to the front of Danilovic. Into the front of Eala, and then Potapova volleys it away. 15-30. 15-30. Also, Cristian levels at 15-all. There's a return for Swiatek. The backhand of Cristian, but Cristian in the net. 15-30. Chance for Swiatek to break. As the lob goes up from Potapova into the front of Eala. Backhand out from Potapova is a winner. Beautiful shot. And it's 15-40. $15.40. $15.40. As Potapova, where the hell's Danilovic? She's not even on the court. Potapova was 2-on-1. What the hell? All right, 30-40. As Swiatek gets fooled by Cristian. Good shot. 40-30. 40-30. As Potapova hits a return winner. All right. Eala Zarazua, 2-love down. Break to Danilovic, Potapova. As Cristian holds 3-all. Predicted for Sabalenka and Ismova. You're just going to have to wait for the video. By the way, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know where you're watching from. Team Fernandez about to lose or no? All right, 2-love as Danilovic serves a fault. Second serve. Chicago, Cincinnati, Perth, Mexico. As that goes out from... So in the net from Zarazua, and it's 15 love. We've got Philippines. We've got Florida in the house. Toronto, Jersey. We've got Cincinnati. We've got Philippines, Nigeria, New Jersey, Melbourne, Minnesota, San Diego. As Potapova puts away the smash. No, Eala gets it back. Into the form of... it was out by Eala. 30 love. Massive serve by Danilovic. 40 love. Loves. Got a serve again from Danilovic. There's a fault. Second serve. Swiatek backhand to the forehand of Cristian. Drop volley. Nope. No good by Swiatek. And Cristian pits a pass. 30-15. As Danilovic forehand to the backhand of Zarazua. Great volley by Potapova. 3 love. Jeez. Potapova, Danilovic. They are a serious team. They know what they're doing. They have got some doubles experience. Danilovic played against Sabalenka this morning, if you remember that. So, yeah. What do you reckon, Deb? One more? One last chance? What did Potapova lose to? She got the second round, didn't she? Sure she did. Did Potapova lose first round? No. I swear she got to the second round. Oh, yeah, she did. She lost to Starova. So Potapova's double experience. She got 3 titles in doubles, made the quarterfinals of Australian Open. That's the best she's done. Danilovic actually doesn't have that much doubles experience. Which is interesting. In juniors, she won 3 out of the 4 slams in doubles, though. So, I mean, that's something. So, she was a great doubles player in the juniors. Potapova also a great doubles junior doubles player. Actually, French Open 2016, these two played each other in the doubles final against each other. And Danilovic won against Potapova in the doubles final at French Open 2016 in the juniors. Potapova did win Wimbledon in the singles, by the way, in her junior career. So she was a very successful junior. Both were, to be fair. But yeah, but you can tell they definitely know how to play doubles. Like compared to their opponents, like Eala, we know that her doubles experience is on the court is the least experienced in doubles. Zarazua's got a good doubles experience, but again, it's not massive experience. But you can just tell when a doubles team are wearing the same outfits, they know what they're doing, you know? That's already half the battle. If you're wearing matching outfits with your partner, you already know that you're going to win. Unless you play a team with matching outfits, then you got to figure it out. And then you got to figure out what's going on. By the way, Ostapenko versus Raducanu straight after this. Zarazua's decent doubles player. We talked about this yesterday. Or the other day. Where the hell? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so she... I think Potapova's the most experienced doubles player. Because Zarazua, 88 in the world at her best this year. quarterfinals Australian Open this year, so she's just kind of getting started in the doubles. Whereas Potapova and Danilovic has got less experience than Zarazua, but I mean, her serve sets up the ground strokes or the volleys for Potapova, so it's a great combination. Also, being a lefty helps. But yeah, Potapova is the most experienced player on the court. Danilovic, though, is seems very, very capable of playing doubles. Swiatek making another error, 15-0. All right. 15-30 here. A chance for Danilovic and Potapova to break twice. As we're going to now lob by Potapova and the smash in the net by Zarazua. Can't be missing those. 15-40. What would you look to see going forward for Eala's game? It didn't quite transition to clay at this point. Yeah, look, and that's okay. That's fine. I don't think she needs to be a clay courter to be any like. If she has the same results on the clay courts that on the hard courts in the future, that's a concern. But such bad timing for Eala, you know. Eala she had the best tournament she's ever had. She had a breakout. And then she had to play on clay. You know what I mean? It's so unfortunate because had she have done this, had the run in Miami, maybe in Dubai earlier in the year, then she could have had, you know, some hard court matches on at Indian Wells, Miami. Like if she had done it a little bit earlier, then she could have had a bit more preparation. But as soon as she won got to the semis in Miami, she then had to go play clay. So her momentum on hard courts just completely stopped. So hopefully she can pick right up after Wimbledon, go straight back to hard courts and play again as well as she was. But I won't expect that. But yeah, it was such unfortunate timing. She doesn't need to be a clay courter. It's fine. She's got a good game on a fast. I mean, Cincinnati will be a really interesting court to see her on because Cincinnati's super quick in the way she plays, that aggressive style. And also with her serve not being the best, she may be able to get a little bit more freer points on the serve on a faster court. Maybe I'd love to see Eala at Wimbledon. I want to see what that looks like because I think Eala, the way that she hits the ball, that could be a dangerous sort of Wimbledon, skill. Like, especially if she hits the ball flat and low, the ball's going to stay low on the grass. That's going to be awkward. So Eala on the grass could be interesting, but I'm not really worried until. Talking when we go back to America and she's playing on the hard courts, that's when we can dissect Eala's game a little bit more, a little bit better, you know. Poppy wins! Yes! Let's go. Poppy into the fourth round, baby! Swiatek's top break point, 30-40. As Cristian puts it away. Deuce. Let's go, Poppy. Flying the flag. We love it. Who's Poppy playing? Oh, Poppy's going to play either Paul or Hashanov, and those guys are playing a marathon. Ooh. Poppy could make the quarters. He hasn't lost a set all week, Popperin. Also, Paul and Hashanov into a fifth. All right. Love 30 here. Eala and Zarazua trying to break back. As Potapova puts up a lob, Eala forehand into the back of Potapova. So the forehand of Potapova, Eala now with a backhand. And Danilovic with a smash. Puts it away. 15-30. All right, 15-30. Also advantage Cristian. As the backhand goes down the line, the forehand of Cristian. Cristian shanks it wide. Yeah, Poppy hasn't lost a... Oh, wait, hang on. Has he? Maybe I got it wrong. Yeah, the schedule for tomorrow is terrible. Yeah, Poppy won straight sets first round, straight sets second round, straight sets third round. Yeah, so he's won... And he's going to be playing a guy who's coming off 2 5-setters. Because both Khashanov and Paul have played 5 sets before their match. And now they're playing 5 sets in their match. So, yeah. No matter what, Poppy's going to be feeling pretty good compared to those two guys. Whoever gets out of that dogfight is going to be stuffed. All right. All right, advantage Cristian. Swiatek hits in the net. Also, 30-40. Eala Zarazua to get one of the breaks back. Hashnov's underrated player. Oh, yeah, on clay. I mean, he's been really good at Roland Garros in the past, too. So, yeah, Runa's out. Runa's serving to stay in the match. As we're to find now to the back end of Zarazua. She hits it in the net. And Potapova keeps her team from losing a game. As Cristian slice into the forward of Swiatek. Cristian back in forward on the stretch is a winner. And the crowd love that. All right. 4-all. Hello. 4 games all. What is it? 4 games all. As Eala tries to get another break point here for her team, and she does. Potapova hit it out. And it's advantage Eala Zarazua. Okay. Cristian keeping things going, and the crowd love it. Didn't you go to the toilet, do you? Hang on. As the volley from Danilovic too good. Hang on, chat. 1 second. Come on. Okay. Advantage disappears. We're back to deuce. Eala Zarazua still can't get a game. As Eala does get to advantage again. Eala Zarazua advantage. Swiatek, by the way, 15 love. Now make that 30 love. As Eala goes straight at Danilovic. Volley from Eala is good. Danilovic. No, so Potapova makes an error. There's a break back. All right. 4-1. They're on the board. Zarazua and Eala. Four-one. All right, Swiatek 30 love, by the way. 1 second chat. Swiatek hits that one. So Cristian hits that one out. 40 love. All right. We're back. Swiatek 5-4. One game away from the fourth round. And also 4-1 Potapova Danilovic. Still have the break, but it's a lot closer if it's only one break. 30 love, Eala serves. A fault. Second serve. As a forehand goes into the backhand of Eala. Backhand of Danilovic. Volley from Zarazua is good. Potapova gets back. And then Potapova hits in the net. 40 love. All right, 40 love. As Cristian hits it in the net. Love 15. Love 15. As Danilovic hits it straight at Zarazua. I love how they don't apologize in doubles for hitting each other. They just hit the ball straight at them and turn around. Who cares? All right, Swiatek gets it out in the return. Runa hanging on, by the way. Pulls up a break in the fifth. All right. Eala. Zarazua. 40-30. Eala. Zarazua hold. All right, 2 games. 4-2. And Swiatek is asking the question if the serve was in, the serve was good. 30-15 Cristian. All right, 4-2 Danilovic and Potapova. Good serve, Danilovic. 15 love. As Cristian serves a fault. 30-15. Second serve. Serve to the backhand of Zarazua. 4 now from Danilovic. As Zarazua backhand goes the volley of Potapova. She puts it straight at Eala, who can't get it back. 30 love. 30 love. 40-15 Cristian. As Cristian serves the back of Swiatek, but it's a fault. Second serve. Good kick serve by Danilovic. 40 love. As Cristian double faults. 40-30. 40-30. As Cristian serves again to try and level this second set. As Cristian serves a fault. Second serve. All right, see you later, DJ. Second serve. Into the backhand of Swiatek. Return the backhand of Cristian. Backhand out from Swiatek. The forehand of Cristian. Into the backhand. Forehand of Swiatek. Cristian forehand again to the forehand of Swiatek. There's Cristian forehand to forehand rally. And then slicing the crowd by Cristian. It's deuce. Also 5-2, Danilovic-Potapova. All right, we get to deuce. As Cristian serves again. As return goes to forehand Cristian. Good shot. Backhand Swiatek goes in. The forehand Cristian and the forehand Swiatek on the stretch. As Cristian forehand cross court. Swiatek can't get it. Advantage Cristian. Everyone loves this. The crowd are going crazy for it. Advantage Cristian. All right. To level this second set. Also, Danilovic-Potapova 1 game away from getting the win. And Cristian with a great serve. And she levels 5-all in the second. And this match is starting to feel like a bit of a Grand Slam match now. Cristian's making this interesting. Backhand now from Zarazua. She's serving to stay in the match. As Danilovic forehand to the forehand of Zarazua. Forehand of Danilovic. Again, the forehand of Zarazua on the net. Love 15. Love 15. Serve again. Is a let by Zarazua. Swiatek serving at 5-all. As we're back in Zarazua, the volley. Danilovic in the net. All right, 15-all as Zarazua serves. Into the forehand of Danilovic. Forehand of Zarazua to the backhand of Danilovic. To the forehand of Zarazua. Danilovic backhand. Down the line winner. Too good. 15-30. Serve again. Into the forehand of Potapova. Backhand of Zarazua. Potapova backhand again to the backhand of Zarazua. Potapova backhand again to the backhand of Zarazua as they just go backhand to backhand. And then Potapova down the line in the nets. 30-all. All right, 30-all. Also Swiatek 15-all. As it a forehand down the line of the backhand of Potapova, that goes long. 40-30. Alex needs to step up. She's not even joining small WTA events before 1000s and RG. False. That's actually untrue. 40-30. As it a forehand now from Potapova goes out. 5-3. Danilovic, Potapova going to serve the match. All right, 15-30. Cristian about to get the break here. All right. Chance for a break for Cristian. She's had a couple of chances in the set. As that goes out in the return from Cristian. 30-all. As the other forehand to the forehand of Potapova. Back in Eala. And then the volley too good by Danilovic. 15 love. I I don't think Eala will stick with the doubles. But I don't think Eala will stick with doubles, to be honest. I think she's playing. She probably played doubles the last couple of weeks because she wanted extra clay court matches. I don't think we'll see Eala playing a lot of doubles this year. Like, I think she's playing doubles just to get extra clay court tennis. That's all. That's why I think she played. Nice volley again, Danilovic, 30 love. She might play. Maybe she will make it more common, but I don't think. I think she was just getting the extra matches. That's what it feels like. Or some extra, some volley practice maybe. I don't know. All right, 30-15. There's a fault from Potapova. Second serve. As Potapova hits it out. All right, 30-all. Swiatek leads 6-5. She gets the hold. Let's see if Cristian can make it a tiebreak in the second. She's trying to improve her net game. Yeah, that makes sense why she would play. All right, 30-all here. Potapova serving to try and finish this match. First serve is a fault. Second serve. As the return goes into the front of Potapova. Backhand now from Eala. Into the front of Potapova. Eala backhand lob. As Potapova hits a backhand lob. And Zarazua smash puts it away. 30-40. All right. To get back on serve. To get back on serve. Nadal's Academy doesn't just have clay courts. They have a lot of hard courts. Anyways, nice volley from Danilovic. And it's deuce. And I think Cam should stick with doubles. Bro, there's like 900 people watching a doubles match. What do you think? What do you mean don't stick with doubles? Are you kidding me? People want doubles. As it a volley now to the forehand of Eala. And Eala hits it out. Advantage. Danilovic, Potapova. To get the win. Get to the third round. As Potapova serves. A fault. Second serve. Into the backhand of Zarazua. Backhand out from Potapova. Volley from Eala is good. But the Potapova return is good. And then Eala volleys it long. All right. Potapova, Danilovic. They win. And they are into the third round. They're a formidable team. I mean, I know Eala and Zarazua maybe weren't supposed to win. But Danilovic and Potapova, I mean, they're a scary-looking team with that big server Danilovic, and Potapova's got the experience. I mean, maybe keep an eye on them this week if you're watching the dubs. All right. Swiatek, by the way, trying to finish this match. Cristian, 15 love. Why am I obsessed with Eala? It's not about being obsessed with Eala. It's that a lot of people want to watch her. So I will watch her on behalf of those people. It's not me. It's the people that want to watch her. Just like we watch a lot of Swiatek, we watch a lot of Osaka, Raducanu, Sabalenka, Gauff. We watch them for the same reason. Because there's a lot of people on the channel that want to watch them, right? It's not a personal thing for me. It's to give the people that only got one match of Eala this week because she lost, it's to give them a chance to watch her a little bit more. All right. 15-all. But we're going to merge the streams because it makes it easy for me to merge the streams. But no more clay for Eala. She's gone back. She's gone on the grass. Let's see how she looks on the grass because Grass court tennis, I mean, her game might suit the grass. Clay definitely is a work in progress, but maybe the grass might be a surprise place for Eala to play well at. But I'll tell you this, Potapova and Danilovic, they're a formidable team. So keep an eye on them during this doubles competition. They could be a dangerous unseeded team because they look pretty good today. They seem to have it together, and they also have matching outfits. Swiatek gets a win at 30-all, but jump on over if you want to keep watching Swiatek. We've got Raducanu versus Ostapenko coming up next as well, so keep that in mind as well. All right. Swiatek 2 points away. And we have, like I said, we've got Penko versus Raducanu. We're going to find out who the winner of this plays because they're going to play the winner of that match. As we return now to the point of Cristian. Forehand, Swiatek, the back of Cristian. Swiatek comes in. And Cristian hits a backhand. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Again, the forehand of Cristian. Swiatek. Again to the forehand of Cristian, who hits it long. Match point, Swiatek. 30-40. This second set has not been easy for Iga. But straight sets is straight sets. Thanks for featuring Eala and Zara Zua. No worries. You're welcome. All right. 30-40. Match point, Swiatek. Serving the back to Swiatek. Return the back. Forehand of Cristian. Great shot. Swiatek gets it back. As Cristian forehand. Into the backhand lob of Swiatek. Cristian with a smash. Swiatek backhand goes wide. And Cristian hangs on. Deuce. We go to deuce. All right. We get to deuce. By the way, apparently Tommy Paul is running away with a fifth. Love to see that for Captain America. We love that. Also, Runa's got to a fifth as well. Runa's also in a fifth. All right, deuce. Cristian saves one. Swiatek hits a forehand. Into the forehand of Cristian. Forehand of Swiatek. Again to the forehand of Cristian. Down the line of the back of Swiatek. Cristian. Forehand cross into the forehand of Swiatek at the back of Cristian. Swiatek hits it wide. Advantage Cristian. Advantage Cristian to take us to the tiebreak. All right. Here we go. Advantage Cristian. She's already saved a match point. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. There's a bit of a let on the second serve. Cristian serves again. As the return goes in, and then Swiatek wins a point. Cristian in the net. We get to deuce. All right, we get to deuce. Hashanov takes the break back. Okay. As we're going to find now from Swiatek into the forehand of Cristian. Back into Swiatek, the back of Cristian. And Cristian hits a winner down the line. And she gets to advantage to take us to a tiebreak. Jerome.
Thanks, Cam, for featuring Eala Hart.
No worries. Thank you for the donation. And Victor, thank you as well for the donation. Appreciate it. Okay. Advantage Cristian to take us to this second set tiebreak. As the return goes into the forehand of Cristian, back into Swiatek to the back of Cristian. And Cristian hits it out. We're back to deuce. Back to deuce. All right. We get back to deuce. All right, we're back to deuce. No, sorry, advantage Swiatek, my bad. Advantage Swiatek. All right, first there's the fault, second serve. In the back of Swiatek, back in now from Cristian. In the net, Swiatek wins. Big shout by Swiatek after that as well. Didn't play her best, but got it done in straights, and she's into the fourth round, and she can now sit back and watch the two players that she is going to, well, two of the players that she is going to take the winner of in the fourth round. GG's. And nearly 2 hours that match for two sets. That's not the Swiatek we know, but good fight in the second for Cristian. I think we've got to give her the props for that. Okay. Swiatek through. But who's she going to play? Who is she going to play? That's what we're going to find out next, because we've got Rybakina taking on Penko. Winner play Swiatek. The draw is worked out exactly the way we wanted, chat. It's exactly what we wanted. We wanted to see these matchups, and we're getting these matchups now. Jump on over here, talk amongst yourselves. We'll be back in 5 minutes to watch Penko, Rybakina. Two totally opposite personalities, but both have the same objective: win the match, play Swiatek. And we all know what how Penko does against Swiatek, so that could be fun. But Rybakina also knows how to beat Swiatek, so it's not going to be easy. Swiatek's draw just went from simple to nightmare. Absolute demons. All right, Swiatek wins 6-2, 7-5. She's into the fourth round again. I think the last 6 years she's made the fourth round or better. Absolute streak. But she's going to have to play a killer. Let's see who it is next.